Most people think manufacturing means factories, heavy machinery, and huge capital. It doesn't. In 2026, small manufacturing can start in a garage, a spare room, even a controlled corner of your home. The key isn't size, it's structure. In this video on Business Byte, we're breaking down realistic, small-scale manufacturing ideas. Low entry cost, repeatable production, and room to scale only when demand proves itself. Let's start. Number 1. Candle manufacturing. Candle production at home can start much smaller than most people think. You don't need automated melters or industrial racks. A quality double boiler or small electric wax melter, thermometer, digital scale, pouring pitchers, molds or glass jars, and fragrance oils are enough to begin structured batching. A realistic starter investment usually falls between $600 and $1,500, depending on how many scent variations you begin with. The key is keeping the product line tight. Start with 3 to 5 core scents. Standardize jar size. Control wax weight. Control curing time. When everything is measured, production becomes predictable. Candles work because they are consumable. Once burned, customers reorder. Seasonal scents also create natural sales cycles. This business scales gradually. First, small batches, then larger wax purchases, then improved packaging. It fits easily into a spare room with proper safety and ventilation. Simple product, controlled output, real demand. Number 2. Handmade resin or wood products. Small handmade manufacturing doesn't require industrial machinery at the beginning. For example, resin trays, coasters, wall decor, or small wooden items can be produced using basic tools. A starter resin kit, molds, safety gear, mixing tools, sanding equipment, and finishing supplies are enough to begin. If working with wood, a jigsaw, drill, sander, clamps, and finishing oils can handle small product lines. Average starter investment typically ranges between $800 and $2,000, depending on material focus. The important part is narrowing the product selection. Choose 4 to 6 items and refine them instead of constantly experimenting. Personalized gifts, home decor, and small accessories maintain steady demand year-round. This model works because it's flexible. You can adjust designs without replacing equipment. As orders grow, you upgrade tools gradually, not all at once. It's small-scale manufacturing built around skill and controlled repetition, not heavy infrastructure. Number 3. Small food production, low equipment modal. You don't need a full commercial factory to begin small food manufacturing. Certain products like spice blends, dry snacks, flavored popcorn, granola, or baked goods can start with standard kitchen-grade equipment, provided you follow local food safety regulations. Basic equipment includes mixers, baking trays, sealing machine, digital scales, storage containers, and labeling tools. Starter investment can realistically range between $1,500 and $4,000, depending on compliance requirements and packaging setup. The strength of food production is repeat demand. If the product tastes consistent and quality stays stable, customers reorder. Batch production days make operations manageable. Produce in controlled quantities, package in uniform sizes, keep ingredient sourcing stable. Margins are controlled by ingredient management and portion sizing, not volume. This model works well when targeting niche categories, healthy snacks, sugar-free options, premium spice blends. It's disciplined, small-scale production, not industrial baking. Number 4. Handmade soap and bath products. Soap and bath products remain one of the most accessible entry points into small manufacturing. Cold processed soap requires oils, lye, fragrance, molds, safety gear, and curing racks. Bath bombs require molds, mixers, drying space, and packaging materials. A serious but home-friendly starter setup usually costs between $1,000 to $3,000, including raw materials for the first several batches. The advantage here is that these products are part of daily routines. Once customers trust quality and skin compatibility, they reorder. Production can be done in weekly batches: cure, cut, store, label. It does require hygiene standards and proper chemical handling discipline. This isn't casual mixing. Start with limited SKUs, maybe 3 soaps and 2 bath bomb types, and refine quality before expanding. This business grows through consistency and ingredient transparency, not complexity. Number 5, small coffee roasting, entry-level setup. Coffee roasting can start at a much smaller scale than commercial cafe suppliers. Entry-level electric sample roasters or small drum roasters are available for beginners. Add a grinder, digital scale, storage bins, and heat-resistant workspace setup. A realistic starter investment typically falls between $3,000 and $8,000, depending on roaster size and ventilation setup. The process requires learning roasting curves, cooling methods, and bean sourcing, but once profiles are consistent, output becomes repeatable. Coffee works because it's habit-based consumption. If someone likes your roast, they reorder regularly. Start small, 1 or 2 roast profiles, test consistency, improve packaging gradually. Ventilation and local regulations must be handled properly, especially with smoke management. This model isn't fast money. It's skill-based manufacturing with repeat demand and room to scale carefully. Number 6, small furniture production, compact wood projects. You don't need a full carpentry workshop to start furniture manufacturing. You start small, controlled pieces. Think coffee tables, wall shelves, plant stands, bedside tables, simple storage units, products that fit in a car, not a truck. A basic starter setup with a circular saw or table saw, drill, sander, clamps, measuring tools, and finishing supplies typically falls between $1,500 and $4,000 depending on tool quality. The key is standardization. Choose 1 or 2 designs, build jigs, repeat the process. Cut, assemble, sand, finish. Package. Furniture works because people are constantly moving, renovating, or upgrading spaces. Small, functional pieces have steady demand. Margins depend on material selection and finishing quality, not complexity. Start with simple rectangular builds before attempting complex joinery. As confidence grows, designs evolve. This business rewards precision and workflow organization more than size. You don't need a factory, you need consistency. Number 7, home gym equipment, small fabrication model. Home fitness equipment doesn't have to mean massive machines. Small-scale production can focus on resistance band systems, pull-up bars, compact dip stations, wooden plyo boxes, or weighted training tools. Basic fabrication tools, welding equipment, if working with steel, cutting tools, drills, and finishing supplies usually require $2,000 to $6,000 to begin at a controlled scale. The advantage of this niche is durability. Customers want sturdy, reliable equipment, not cheap imports that bend or break. Start with 1 product model, test strength, improve design, standardize dimensions. This business depends heavily on safety and quality control. Load testing is essential before selling anything weight-bearing. Demand remains stable because home fitness continues growing, especially among people who prefer training privately. Production can happen in batches. Cut frames, weld, sand, paint, cure. It's functional manufacturing built around strength and reliability, not decoration. Number 8, pet treat and accessory production. Pet-related products maintain steady demand because owners consistently spend on quality items. Small batch pet treat manufacturing can start with baking equipment, mixers, dehydrators, storage bins, and sealing machines. Accessory production, like collars, leashes, or simple toys, requires sewing machines, cutting tools, and durable materials. A realistic starter investment usually falls between $1,500 and $5,000, depending on product focus. For treats, ingredient consistency and proper labeling are critical. For accessories, durability testing matters. The strength of this model lies in repeat buying. Pets consume food regularly, toys wear out, collars get replaced. Start small, 1 treat formula or 1 accessory style. Perfect it before expanding. Space requirements are manageable, but hygiene standards must be respected, especially for edible products. This business isn't complex, but it rewards consistency and trust in the pet market translates into long-term customers. Number 9, Apparel customization and small clothing production. You don't need a full garment factory to enter apparel manufacturing. Small-scale operations can focus on printed t-shirts, embroidered caps, custom hoodies, or niche clothing lines. Basic equipment may include a heat press, screen printing setup, embroidery machine, sewing machine, and cutting tools. Starter investment typically ranges between $2,000 and $7,000, depending on automation level. The advantage here is flexibility. You can produce in small runs and test designs before scaling. Standardize blank garments. Focus on one category first. For example, oversized tees or minimalist hoodies. Avoid spreading across too many styles early on. Production becomes manageable when you batch tasks. Print all fronts, then all backs, then quality check, then package. Clothing works because people constantly refresh wardrobes. Niche positioning improves survival. Fitness wear, minimalist designs, local pride branding. It's manufacturing that blends production discipline with brand positioning. Number 10. Handmade paper and stationery production. Paper manufacturing at home sounds traditional, and that's its strength. Small-scale production focuses on handmade notebooks, journals, planners, custom packaging inserts, or decorative paper sheets. Basic equipment includes pulp blending tools, pressing frames, drying racks, cutting tools, binding machines, and packaging supplies. Starter investment typically ranges between $1,000 and $3,000, depending on whether binding machines are manual or semi-automatic. The appeal here is customization. Small businesses, artists, and boutique brands often prefer unique packaging and stationery over generic, mass-produced items. Production involves soaking, blending, pressing, drying, trimming, and binding. Each step is repeatable and controllable. Margins depend on design and finish rather than material cost. This business scales by adding design variations, not heavy equipment. It's compact manufacturing with aesthetic positioning and manageable overhead. What you probably noticed is this. None of these ideas require massive factories. None require huge teams. They require structure. Small manufacturing works when you focus on repeat demand, controlled processes, and gradual scaling. You don't start big, you start precise. One product, one workflow, one standard. Then improve. If this breakdown helped you think more clearly about what's realistic in 2026, like the video, share it with someone serious about building something practical, and subscribe to Business Byte. We'll keep breaking down real opportunities without hype, without fantasy, just structured paths that make sense. See you in the next one.